your signature is needed. You are about to be a sole owner of. Archangel Michael says, there comes a moment in destiny where the universe bends its will entirely toward you. This is that moment. A force greater than any earthly power is aligning to place in your hands something no one can ever take away. For months, even years, unseen energies have been working tirelessly behind the scenes. Contracts have been drafted, decisions made, and pathways carved, all pointing to one undeniable truth: you are meant to become the sole owner of something monumental. Every step you've taken, every struggle you've endured, has brought you to this divine threshold. As you hear these words, imagine a golden document resting on a table, glowing softly under celestial light. Your name is written in bold, unmistakable letters, marked as the only owner of a legacy that has been awaiting you for ages. The sound of angelic trumpets fills the distance, signaling that this is not coincidence but divine ordination. A signature, your signature, is all that stands between where you are now and stepping fully into this inheritance. Not a penstroke of ordinary ink, but a spiritual signing that seals your bond with destiny forever. It is already written in heaven. Now it must be written on earth. Hidden councils have spoken your name in awe, knowing that what is about to be transferred to you is far more than material possession. It is authority, influence, and a divine responsibility that only you can carry. When this ownership becomes official, your life will transform in ways beyond comprehension. There were forces that tried to block this moment. Papers misplaced, discussions delayed, whispers of doubt sown by those envious of your light. Yet, heaven kept every record intact, ensuring that what belongs to you remains untouched, unaltered, and unclaimed by anyone else. Even now, angels are standing around you, forming a circle of protection. They are guiding your hand, preparing your spirit for the moment when you finalize this sacred contract. The power of heaven is leaning toward you, ensuring that no mortal interference can derail what has already been promised. When the announcement comes, the world will be stunned. Many thought you were forgotten, overlooked, undeserving even, but divine justice is silent before it roars. Soon, your name will echo across boundaries, spoken with reverence, because heaven has declared you sole owner. Each day leading to this moment carries a heavy energy of anticipation. You might feel it already, a restless stirring, sudden bursts of intuition, dreams laced with golden light and unfamiliar signatures. These are not random. They are divine hints that the transfer is imminent. Archangel Michael says, the spiritual pen has already been dipped in eternal ink. All it awaits is your willing hand, your courageous heart, and your unwavering acceptance of what you were always meant to hold. There is no mistake here. Heaven chose you long before you knew this journey existed. The moment your hand moves, unseen doors will swing wide. Locked opportunities will fling open. A tide of abundance and honor will flood your life, washing away every fragment of doubt that ever lingered in your mind. This is not simply ownership, it is elevation, recognition, divine enthronement. From the highest realms, the proclamation is ready. You stand alone in rightful possession. The keys, documents, and blessings are converging to crown you not just as an owner, but as the only one deemed worthy of this honor. In quiet chambers where powerful voices decide fates, a hush falls when your name is mentioned. Mystical seals are breaking, one by one, until nothing stands between you and your inheritance. Even those who once denied you will have no choice but to step aside and witness your rise. This transition will not just change your title, it will rewrite the course of your lineage. Generations after you will speak of this day, of how heaven intervened to place the unshakable mark of ownership on your hands. This is not borrowed, shared, or temporary, it is eternal. Archangel Michael says, when the final parchment rests before you, do not hesitate. Lift your head high, let your spirit shine, and sign with full faith, knowing that the heavens have already validated this act. Angels will be present, unseen but powerfully felt, guiding the ink as it flows from your name to your destiny. And when it is done, a silence will follow, only for a moment, before the roar of celebration begins. Trumpets, bells, and divine choirs will echo in spiritual realms as you are crowned with what was always rightfully yours. Long ago, promises were made that one day, you would step into this unmatched authority. Time has passed, trials have come and gone, but the covenant was never broken. Today, you stand at the edge of fulfillment, closer than you have ever been to the breakthrough your soul has yearned for. Archangel Michael says, all of heaven watches as you take this step. This is no ordinary document, it is a divine transfer, one that angels themselves have safeguarded for you. The earth will see it as a transaction, heaven knows it as a coronation. Your signature is not just approval, it is alignment. The moment you inscribe your name, all the forces of darkness that try to rob you will shatter into nothingness. This is your divine reclaiming, your holy right, your destiny realized. No longer will you wonder, wait, or walk in shadows. Ownership is light, and it shines now on your path, guiding you to the table where fate awaits your presence. Every whisper of doubt, every tear of waiting, every hidden battle fought to reach this point, heaven has witnessed them all. None of your efforts have been wasted, they have been bricks laid on the path to this very moment. When you step forward to sign, you are not just a person holding a pen, you are a warrior, a conqueror, a child of divine promise stepping into fullness. This ownership is your victory, sealed with heavenly authority. Archangel Michael says, fear not the weight of this role. Heaven equips those it appoints. The moment you become sole owner, divine wisdom, strength, and favor will cascade upon you, ensuring you carry this mantle with grace and power. And as you rise to this new level, watch how effortlessly chains break, how enemies scatter, and how divine alliances form to support your journey ahead. The world will marvel at your ascension, but only heaven knows the sacred battles fought for you to reach this point. Every unseen angelic war, every night of celestial intervention, has been leading to this unveiling. Your name is already written in the book of divine owners, glowing like a beacon for all eternity. This is not the end of your journey but the beginning of an entirely new era, where you walk fully in the authority gifted to you by the heavens. When you finally hold the keys, the title, the crown of sole ownership, you will understand why every delay and trial had to happen. They forged the strength you need to carry this divine role. Nothing will ever be the same again. And so, the message resounds through spiritual corridors, echoing from angel to angel. Prepare the path, the rightful owner is arriving. Archangel Michael says, the hour is closer than you think. The table is set, the contract laid out, and divine witnesses already in place. This is your moment of unshakable victory and eternal recognition. Take this message not as mere words, but as a summons from heaven itself. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and prepare to sign what heaven has long held in your name. Ownership is not coming, it is here. You need only lift your hand and let destiny be sealed. And when the ink dries, you will rise not just as an owner, but as the chosen guardian of a divine legacy meant for you alone. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the golden scroll that bears your name is not just a contract, it is a divine key, unlocking a gate that has been sealed for decades. This moment has been carved into destiny long before you were born. What heaven is granting you cannot be shared, cannot be stolen, and cannot be denied. For lifetimes, this treasure has been passed between unseen realms, awaiting the rightful heir. The time of waiting is now over. Angels have descended into the earthly realm to clear obstacles, silence accusers, and expose every false claimant that dared to stand in your path. They have walked through hidden corridors of power, whispering your name into the ears of kings, judges, and decision-makers who never even knew why they suddenly favored you. It was divine orchestration, heaven's silent strategy moving like lightning through human affairs to ensure this moment would be yours. And now, you are called to rise. The parchment glows brighter, its warmth reaching your spirit. It calls to you like a heartbeat, a pulse of divine energy that says, step forward. This is your rightful place. Sign, and watch heaven and earth bow to the authority now placed upon you. As you approach the moment of signing, shadows of doubt may try to creep in. You might hear echoes of voices from the past, those who said you were unworthy, incapable, unfit for greatness. But hear this, those voices are lies that dissolve in the light of divine truth. Archangel Michael says, heaven does not make mistakes. The one chosen cannot be replaced, and you, beloved, are the chosen one. The weight of ownership was not placed on anyone else's shoulders for a reason. Only you carry the unique spirit, wisdom, and courage to fulfill this sacred role. This is why angels have protected you through storms, lifted you from pits of despair, and shielded you from countless unseen dangers. Every battle you survived, every tear you shed, was not in vain, it was preparation for the throne you are about to ascend. And when your name is etched in that final stroke, it will not just signify ownership of material wealth or earthly power, it will declare your spiritual dominion, your heavenly appointment, and your eternal right to reign where you were once overlooked. The atmosphere shifts as the hour draws near. The heavens vibrate with anticipation. Celestial choirs rehearse a song that has never been sung before. It is a melody of triumph, reserved only for you, to be played the moment your signature touches that golden page. Even now, you may sense strange alignments, people suddenly reaching out to you, unexpected doors swinging open, situations falling perfectly into place. These are not coincidences but signs that the divine pen is hovering above the parchment, waiting for your final step. Archangel Michael says, every angel assigned to your destiny is moving in synchronization. Some stand as guards around the table, others hold heavenly trumpets, while many more carry blessings that will be released the instant you complete this act of signing. This is not just a single moment in time, it is the turning point of your existence. The moment your name is sealed, heaven will command every closed gate in your life to open, every withheld promise to be delivered, and every hidden blessing to be revealed in its full glory. In secret chambers of power, those who once doubted you now whisper your name with fear and reverence. They sense the shift even before it manifests. Their attempts to delay or deny you crumble like ash in the wind because divine will cannot be altered by mortal hands. Archangel Michael says, "They tried to erase your name from history, yet it was engraved in eternity. They tried to lock you out, but heaven gave you the master key. They tried to silence you, but heaven gave you a voice that echoes through realms unseen. And soon, they will watch helplessly as your destiny is unveiled. Not in shadows or secrecy, but in radiant light that no force of darkness can dim. The entire world will witness your ascension, knowing that it was divinely ordained, unstoppable and undeniable. You will hold not just a title, but a crown of authority that glimmers with heavenly fire. And with every step you take afterward, divine favor will surround you like a shield, making your rise unstoppable, your influence unshakable, and your legacy unbreakable. As you prepare, remember this truth: ownership is not only about possession but about transformation. When you sign, you will not just own, it will change who you are, elevating you into a realm where miracles are normal and divine wisdom flows like a river. Archangel Michael says, you will notice the change immediately. The ground beneath your feet will feel lighter, your spirit stronger, and your vision clearer than ever before. Angels will guide you into rooms of power, into sacred spaces where few have ever walked. You will command respect not through force, but through divine authority that radiates from your very being. People will feel it before they even know your name. They will sense heaven's mark upon you. And as you walk through new gates of influence, miracles will unfold effortlessly. Resources, allies, and opportunities will align as though the universe itself is bending toward your every step, because it is. Heaven is ensuring your reign as sole owner begins with undeniable triumph. Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself now. The table is being set, the ink prepared, and heavenly witnesses are taking their places. The scroll glows brighter by the minute, and soon, you will hear the divine summons to sign. This moment cannot be missed, delayed, or diverted. It is yours and yours alone. Everything in your life has built toward this single act of courage and destiny. When you lift the pen, remember you are not alone. Angels will steady your hand, divine light will flood the room, and heaven itself will nod in approval as you complete what has been waiting for generations. And when it is done, the sound of divine trumpets will ring across eternity, declaring that you, and only you, have stepped fully into the rightful place heaven has reserved for you since the beginning of time. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the heavens have been watching every step you've taken on this journey. The struggles you faced were not meant to destroy you but to shape you into the only soul capable of holding this divine ownership. Many were called, but only you have been chosen to receive this blessing that carries the weight of legacy and eternity. From the moment you entered this world, a spiritual seal was placed upon you, invisible to human eyes yet undeniable in its force. Angels mark you as the rightful heir to an inheritance so vast, so holy, that only divine timing could bring it forth. That time has now arrived. Even as you read this, unseen forces are aligning like stars in a night sky. Legal documents, powerful names, and heavenly decrees are converging to make way for your elevation. The unseen realms hum with energy, knowing that this signing will echo through all of creation. This is not a gift that can be revoked. It is not an opportunity that can be stolen. This is divine property being transferred to its true guardian, you. The weight of this truth is heavy, but Archangel Michael says heaven has equipped you to bear it with strength and grace. A silence falls in the heavens, the kind that precedes a great announcement. Angelic scribes lean forward with golden quills in hand, ready to inscribe the history of what is about to happen. Celestial bells hang motionless in the sky, waiting for the sound of victory to set them ringing. On earth, the atmosphere shifts. Time feels different, slower, as though the universe itself is holding its breath. Every heartbeat you take is synchronized with heaven's rhythm, pulling you closer to the table where destiny awaits your signature. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be deceived by appearances. Even if chaos seems to swirl around you, know that every storm is being tamed by heavenly hands. Angels stand guard, ensuring nothing disrupts the path that leads you to ownership. And as you step forward, those who doubted you will watch in disbelief. They thought you would never rise, that your light would be dimmed forever. Yet heaven has decreed otherwise. This is your coronation, your enthronement, your divine sealing. The room where you will sign is not an ordinary place. It is a sanctified chamber filled with invisible yet undeniable presence. The table is carved from divine light, shimmering with hues unknown to earthly eyes. The scroll upon it glows like a fragment of the sun, radiating warmth and authority. When you enter, you will feel it instantly, a surge of power, a wave of peace, and a whisper from heaven that says, "Welcome home, rightful owner." Angels will flank the room, unseen by most but felt by every soul present. Archangel Michael says, "You are not walking into this moment alone. He himself will stand beside you, guiding your every movement. The pen you lift will feel weightless, yet it will carry the force of divine decree. The moment you sign, a burst of celestial light will fill the space, blinding to the unprepared but glorious to those in alignment with heaven's will. Trumpets will sound from realms unseen, announcing across eternity that you have stepped into sole ownership of what heaven has long reserved for you. Once your name is written, everything will change. It will not be gradual, it will be instant. Chains that bound your progress will snap like brittle twigs. Barriers that once seemed immovable will collapse in a single breath. Resources you never imagined will flow toward you. Allies, both earthly and heavenly, will gather around you in unity and strength. Even nature itself will respond to your new authority, as if creation has been waiting for you to step into this role. Archangel Michael says, "This signing is not just about possession, it is about divine alignment. Once you sign, heaven and earth will move in harmony with your every step. Miracles will no longer be distant dreams, they will walk beside you daily, responding to your voice as though it were a command from heaven itself. And those who opposed you? They will not have the power to harm you. In fact, many will be compelled to come forward in repentance, acknowledging your divine appointment. This is how heaven transforms enemies into silent witnesses of your rise. The signing will be remembered for generations, not as a simple moment of earthly transaction, but as a sacred event where heavens will touch the earth through you. It will be spoken of as the day divine justice was fulfilled and destiny claimed its rightful place. You will not just own, you will reign. Every decision you make under this new mantle of authority will ripple through unseen dimensions, bringing balance, order, and blessing to countless lives. Archangel Michael says, even the stars will align differently the night you sign. Celestial patterns will shift to mark the dawn of a new era in your life. The universe itself rejoices, knowing that heaven's will is being fulfilled through your ascension. And long after this moment, the scroll you sign will remain in heavenly archives as an eternal record of your obedience, courage, and divine victory. But there is one last preparation. Before you stand before the scroll, heaven calls you to release every lingering fear, doubt, or hesitation. These are chains of the past, powerless to stop you but heavy enough to slow you. Let them fall away now. Archangel Michael says, breathe in the light of heaven and exhale the weight of yesterday. Forgive those who wronged you, for they hold no power over what is already yours. Release regrets and embrace faith, for the heavens only move for those who step forward with unshakable trust. And as you do, you will feel the shift within your spirit, a surge of boldness, clarity, and strength that makes you unstoppable. This is heaven's final gift of preparation before your ultimate elevation. When you rise from this purification, you will not just approach the scroll, you will approach it as one who has already been crowned by heaven's decree. Archangel Michael says, destiny does not knock twice. This is the moment all of creation has awaited. The table is set, the ink glows, and heaven stands ready to bear witness to your act of divine acceptance. Step forward without fear. Lift the pen with confidence. Sign your name knowing that heaven itself placed every letter upon your spirit long before you were born. And as you complete the signature, light will pour from the scroll, enveloping you in a mantle of divine authority. A voice from the heavens will declare, "It is finished." The rightful owner has claimed what is theirs. From that instant, you will walk not as a seeker of destiny but as one who carries it fully, boldly, and eternally. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.